drum roll. If it move foul, hit him with it. Earn strikes, now that me like a real. Hold on, let me catch my breath. Hold on, let me catch my breath. We getting to the bread, it was crumbs. She love God, turn nothing into something. She let me knock it out the park, home run. I'm a giant Barry Bonds. She told me that the money make she try more, now the mother ain't nothing. I've been always feeling like the one. These other I'ma show 'em how it's done. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was do what it wasn't running. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Shot up to the moon, we ain't never going under. Hits on hits, I'm a old town slugger. Why after why, we ain't never got us up. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was do what it wasn't running. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Shot up to the moon, we ain't never going under. Hits on hits, I'm a old town slugger. Why after why, we ain't never got us up. Made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter.
Look, I played the game, I missed the shot. I had the answer, then forgot. I knew one day my pop finesse, for not, flex, and I fell out and cut the check. My not, polize the set, but I been taking hits like I can die like any one on the day, the dawn of the dead day. I don't see nothing but red. I gather the blankets and milk and the bread. I come from the east and I'm traveling west. Got a machete, I chop it, the nigga, the serpent, determined, the plot and the threats. It ain't no stopping and run, popping son of God, dropping anybody who next. I want a mansion, I got $1 million advances. I'm gonna stay in Atlanta. Most of them move to LA and throw all of their money away and move back with their parents. I see the canvas, I got the brush in my hand, the colors are mixing again. Grabbing the stick with my hand, I drop, I gush, the word is us, so what?
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Washington football team. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On first down, Howell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Adds absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun on third down, Powell. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Gibson. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
One more time with Gibson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
7, Lions, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. moving the defenders towards the middle of the field. Before breaking to the sideline, what a completion there. Big-time arm strength, very nice route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, Powell. And the reception made by Green. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Being chased out left. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Lions, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when
and now off to the races, down the right side, past the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They're going to look to throw. They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Here we go again. Check. Fresno.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Back to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Lions, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And Shark calls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Howell. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing on first down. Howell. Throw left side complete. That's Green. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
19 tight.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Double time. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Shift. Hurt. Slam. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey,
79 Broncos.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
You don't want it. Check the back. Check. Back.
On the ball.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
at the 23. It's 2nd and 12.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. New Mike 52, Mike 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
He'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
They'll set up a throw. That one complete. He finds Chark. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
They'll look to throw again. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tight down. There you go.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Washington.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Touchdown, defense. Mike 22, Mike 22.
60 back.
To throw on 3rd down. Howell. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay?
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Lions' 23-yard line.
Once more, Gibson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Lions 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Seven's a Mike. Go, go. You can't block me.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Tight is right. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Mike 7, Mike 7. I'm here all day. Mike 7, Mike 7. Yo. Check. Check 3.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check Mike. Hey, smash. Mike 7. Hey, check. 7's a Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Howell, he's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Back to throw. Howell. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run. It's Gibson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Washington on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Washington 42, Lions 21. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Here's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. How about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well,
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you...
I'm ready for more. You fired up on fire.